Okay, we got a good batch tonight, don't we, Kim?
Look at this little guy, Shia. And I love Shia, but this was like notebook paper, guys. Like, so don't ever have that excuse. You're like, oh, I don't have anything. I don't have a sketchbook, or I don't have a pencil that's sharp. This is adorable.
It is.
Right?
Mission accomplished, right?
Good job, Shia.
Pete Ninivasa.
Oh my gosh.
I think I finally figured out how to pronounce his name. I say it very confidently as if I am getting it right, but
let us know,
I don't know if you noticed this, Kim, but this little guy has not only has a bow tie, but he's got a little Escape Adulthood logo on his chest. There's a little paper airplane there, so the detail is spectacular, right? And Steven is a regular contributor. I think every week Steven sends something in. I gotta say, this might be my favorite one that he sent in. I don't know if it's the combination of the whimsy, the color, he's floating, he's got that going on. Just love it.
I know. So cool.
Well done, Steven. What else? Oh, Kelsey Schneider sent this one in, got in right before the show today, and I was able to sneak it in. She did this with April, April is about to turn 4, so that's a big deal.
This is adorable.
As I look at it, I'm not exactly sure which parts Kelsey did and which parts April did. It's hard to tell. No. But she said that this penguin is named Sunshine, and April was very upset with Kelsey because she wasn't following the teacher, who was me. And she also indicated that the green on the penguin itself was a sign that Sunshine is a very special penguin. So those little details that you can sneak in there, right?
Different ways you can tell they're special.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you, Kelsey. It's so cute. Oh, Jill. And this is so adorable. The little blue, like, shells falling and the speckles.
You know what?
Now that this has happened, what's possible? Oh, my gosh. I love it.
I think Rachel says it's Alice. I think I must have mistyped that. I apologize for that. But
thank you, Rachel.
Yes, thanks for telling. But
A name.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's see.
Holy nightmare.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple days, but irregardless, the art is amazing.
So cute.
And Jill, this is great. She added the quote from last week.
I love the little twirly on top with the bow.
Yeah, and again, I like when people bring their own twist to it with the creativity, the different colors and things like that. So super cool. All right, you guys, meme of the week. This is such a confusing time to be a pirate.
You got so many X's everywhere.
All these X's of where you're supposed to stand. That's X marks the spot, right? But real difficult. Tracey Miller sent this in. Thought this was appropriate as we were talking about Marty and the penguins can't fly. She just got this framed, this artwork.
It's sharp. I love that
it looks
red mat.
Great. Yeah, I love that mat with it. So that is super cool.
Did you see all the friends on the counter?
Yes, there's some penguins back there. I think there's actually an original painting back there of mine that she got. And it's actually, I think that's double matted because it's got the white mat that it came with, and then she added the red mat and the black frame, and that is really super cool.
Sharp. Very cool.
So Candy sent this in, I think it was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And she put googly eyes on her printer in the office, which then necessitates, as these things do, one thing leads to another, and it led to the crown and the name tag Prince Charming.
Which is what inspired my necklace.
Adorable, right?
Yeah. This was gifted to me by an Adultitis Fighter. You know who you are, so thank you. And I mean, who enjoys standing at the printer ever? You know, most bad moments of your day happen right in that vicinity because something happens that you weren't expecting with the printer. Mm-hmm. Is it just me?
No, I don't think
it's okay. No. So what a cool idea. Just something so simple to add a little.
Yeah, whimsy. Little things make the biggest difference sometimes, you know. Yeah. And then Donna Cutting, she posted this the other day, and I thought this was cool. So this is our Celebrate Everything calendar. And her and her husband, I believe, have kind of a different thing they do with it that I really like. It's really cool. She said, this is kind of a cool thing we're doing to remind ourselves that not everything about this year has been horrible. Instead of marking future events on our calendar, as most of us do, right, to keep track of what's coming up, we write our road trips and fun on it after the fact. For instance, attempted tubing and had s'mores on the porch, right? Because that's a thing you're not going to write ahead of time necessarily if
Right.
it's a spontaneous thing,
Mm-hmm.
or sat on the deck and watched fireflies.
Aw.
Jim highlights them all with colored markers. The idea is that on New Year's Day 2021, we will look back on the year and remember it was not all bad. There was also some good. Calendar by Escape Adulthood. It's our favorite. So such a cool idea, right?
What a cool way to keep memories alive. And a lot of people are like, I never know what to do with the calendar after the year. It's like, what a cool way to build it in is like, this is a little, stack of treasured memories.
Yeah,
year
then you
after
can
year.
look at them, and it's like you don't have to write a whole. I've talked about that on the blog before. Is that one of the things I love doing on our vacations is I write a memory list,
Mhm.
and it's not like a whole journal about everything we did, but it's literally a few bullet points of some specific details.
Right.
Like went to Disneyland. We were at Disneyland, and Alice in Wonderland did this to Ben or whatever. And it's funny because you just put these little details on it, and just that one
It's just
detail
enough. Yeah.
reminds you of everything else of the
Right.
whole day,
Mhm.
And this is kind of a really cool way to do that. That you just kind of jot in some of the fun things that you do, and then built-in scrapbook memory.
People love this idea.
everything.
They're like, yes, a calendar diary, right, Kathy Rose?
Yes.
I love it. I know. And I know Kara knows Donna. I mean, it's kind of neat. Donna's been buying the calendar for years. She probably started the year we started it. So it's neat to see how her experience with the calendar has evolved. And Jason's working on the next calendar.
Yes, I am working on the next calendar, and
Like,
actually next
legit.
week we're gonna have a little sneak peek for you on the making of this year's calendar. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited about that. It's been a bit of a haul, but we're getting there. And then last but not least, wanted to shout out to Lea Rosenberg, who is the August. Go ahead. The August Adultitis Fighter of the month, and
Lea has been around in our tribe since I want to say like 2003, 4. So she is a big fan of the Kim and Jason.
she goes
comic
back
strip.
almost all the way.
Yeah. And we actually met her at a church event that Jason spoke at, one of his first speaking events, probably among the first 10 ever, in Wisconsin here. And so Lea, this is long overdue, girl. Long overdue.
Yes, and I love this picture. It's so
I
adorable
know.
of her.
It's perfect.
A couple of highlights from her profile that was on our website. We asked, what's the greatest influence in your own fight against adultitis? And she said, lately, my kids. She says, one of my children in particular finds so much joy in the little things.
Aw.
Everything, and I mean everything, seems to excite her. I don't know where she gets that joy from, but I love it.
Aw.
It's such a reminder to me just to enjoy life and delight in the little things.
Mhm.
We asked, what is your strategy for dealing with people who are obviously infected with adultitis?
I love the answers to these.
Such great tips. So she said, what a pertinent question for the times we are in.
Right.
I listen to what they have to say, and depending where the conversation leads, I try to let it go or show them that there is still good in the world. I also get inspired by great quotes and stories. They help me to maintain hope when much around me seems hopeless. And then I love this picture. She's with the Hogwarts Express here.
So cool.
We asked what advice she would have for any of us who are feeling overwhelmed with adultitis. She says, adultitis is a mental game. And as Kim and Jason preach, it's all about perspective. I love this. My husband makes fun of me because I often say, could it have gone better? Probably. Could it have gone worse? Yes. Again, all about perspective. So don't you love that? Like, could it have gone better? Probably.
Right.
Could it have gone worse? Yes.
So that might have to be a new line of ours that we adopt. I love that. And we've gotten to know James. They've come to the summits and Wonder Night. So I can picture them saying that very clearly.
Great advice. Great tips. Great wisdom from our fellow adultitis fighters. So thank you.